Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have probably my most anticipated stop on the Latin American leg of the tour on Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour in Buenos Aires, Argentina, better known as the Grand International Tour. And given the fact that this is the biggest stadium in South America and the first time a rapper has ever headlined it, of course the OVO Ice were going to be sick. I want to say he's also the first rapper to ever have performed at this venue as well, because a lot of top acts actually avoid touring in South America, especially rappers, because it's a lot harder to fill those venues, which makes what Kendrick Lamar is doing that much more incredible. And obviously the OVO Ice were gonna be sick. He's making history on a weekly basis, but I find it hilarious that the cult of the OVO Ice are trying to spin their narrative now that these venues are open and that this venue is empty. And while I don't have the final numbers of this show just yet, there's anywhere from 60 to 70,000 people in attendance at this venue. The Mexico City show had 65K people, and guys, the energy was incredible. You can literally feel the ground shake with how active the crowd was. Just to put this show into perspective, a recent Drake show in Europe had a capacity of 15,000, where he was allegedly selling tickets for $20 each. So you'd have to do 4 or 5 of those just to reach the tickets sold in just this one tour stop alone. I love calling out these BS narratives on X as well, but they'd rather respond to people that may not have all the numbers and facts, or challenge them to go on live to see who looks better, which honestly is super cringeworthy, but most definitely on brand for that fan base. And the cult of the OVOites may seriously be the most oblivious fan base I've ever seen. As far as this show goes, I expect another legendary performance from Kendrick Lamar in yet another amazing country with an amazing fan base that's definitely going to show out and represent to the fullest. So Viva Argentina, and I'm so happy you guys got to experience this, and you guys definitely understood the assignment and aced the test. We're also going to be taking a look at a post I saw of some Argentinian fans actually giving Drake some horrible reviews for his last appearance out there, but we're going to do that after we check out these show clips. So enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into these clips where we have probably the most anticipated, at least my most anticipated stop on the Latin American leg of this tour, Kendrick Lamar's Grand National Tour in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I'm hoping we do get a show in Bangkok and one in South Africa, because yeah, it's time to add more stamps to the passport, guys. Alrighty, guys, up next we have this clip, which yeah, definitely looks like a massive show. DNA. Like I've said in some of my other videos, the crowd is just as loud as Kendrick. Hey. I went to the show out in LA, and I'll say this, man, the vibe overseas is on a different level. I think a big part of that, especially in LA, is that some people try to act too cool. But when you do that, you're just doing yourself a disservice, man. Just feel the moment, dude. I love DNA. That definitely has a great crowd response every single time. All right, here we have Not Like Us in Argentina. This is fucking awesome already, and I can't even hear it yet. Golly, bass boosted. Hey. And this is like a Project X clip. Woo. Hey. Yo, they are turned. Golly, man. OVOites must be sick. But again, they have the same internet we do. They have the same clips we do. But for them, this is a fail. And if this is a fail, what is Drake doing? Because the crowd definitely isn't responding to the music like this. And if I have to compare both of these performers, I'm just seeing Kendrick Lamar perform twice now, so this is a first-hand account, and honestly, you could just listen to the clips. But the dude is literally performing with almost no backing track. The only thing on those backing tracks is literally like ad-libs and harmony, something that you really need to flesh out a song, to make it sound like a record, because you can't perform more than one vocal melody at once, at least now anyway. But when you look at some of these Drake shows, he definitely has a backing track that does a lot of the heavy lifting. And if he's not relying on that, he's literally asking the crowd to do the heavy lifting. Definitely shout out to Whoopin' Feet. Kendrick Lamar in Argentina looks like something out of a movie. Again, this looks like a Project X concert, and it's so egregious for anyone to say that this is some type of fail. Ah, family ties. Hey. Look at, dude, that looks insane. This is literally like 3 to 4 times the biggest venue that Drake's doing. Again, 4 to 5 times the capacity if we're going to be comparing it to that venue in Europe he did. Yeah, Family Ties has to be the most amped up record, which is saying a lot. Also, good credit. Good credit goes crazy when he performs it. Yeah, dude. A sea of people. And they were like this literally the whole show. Amazing, man. And watching these clips definitely give me goosebumps because it feels like I'm reliving it through these clips. Oh, and these guys right here are the openers. And those two are actually pretty lit in South America after doing my research. Kendrick Lamar performing Love. I really do love this record, pardon the pun. This is dope. And this feels so intimate as well, which makes that other cult of the Ovi narrative that Drake is only doing those venues because he wants a more intimate show. And I'll say this, these shows, even though they're massive, definitely still have an intimate demeanor to it. Especially since Kendrick and his team have done a great job with the visuals and making sure that everyone is able to see what Kendrick Lamar is doing on that stage. Phone lights are like the new lighters. Hey! You can tell he's having the time of his life up there. Yeah, that was dope. That was really, really dope. Alrighty, guys. This is like a scene out of Tron. God, delete. Hold on, I gotta run that back. Oh, okay. Woo! Epic. And if it's not Tron, it looks like a scene out of Star Wars, dude. Like I said, the Jedi we need. Yee! Woo! Again, you do not comprehend the type of energy in a venue like this unless you've actually participated in it. Amazing. Pyrotechnics is crazy. And it's probably A minor. So quiet, guys. Woo! Yeah, man, this is definitely epic, dude. And anyone that thinks it's an L definitely needs to get evaluated. It's another angle of Family Ties. Yeah, man. This is crazy, dude. Overseas is where it's at, man. Definitely shout out to Argentina, man. Viva Argentina. Another angle of Family Ties. And the crowd is literally just as loud as Kendrick. And when you have this many people vibing on the same wavelength, man, it could definitely feel like a religious experience, like I've said before. All right. Love that sample. Obviously, the culture spoke who they loved, and obviously who they related to more. Like I said in my intro, Kendrick Lamar made history yet again by being the first hip-hop act to actually perform at this venue. Most rappers would be scared to even attempt to try to perform here. These football stadiums are something else. Well, I'm definitely excited for this one. This is obviously good credit by Kendrick Lamar. This is probably one of my favorite features from him over the last few years. But this record gets a crazy response from the crowd. It's obviously because of the rage beat. Like, that's him rapping. That's not a backing track. Hey. Hey, hey. He was somewhere. This whole production is a well-oiled machine, and as crazy as it may sound, they're getting better with each passing show. Effortless, man. To perform that record is a huge cardio challenge as well, man. So the fact he's doing it again, like I said, with no backing track, I mean, yeah, he has his ad-libs and he has his harmonies and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the main vocal lead is all him. Here's another angle of Not Like Us. Jabroni is still one of my favorite words of all time, and this is probably one of the biggest rap records ever. This is hilarious. Baby Keem might as well come out with music because this song got the whole crowd jumping. Oh, this is another angle of Family Ties. Honestly, if he were to come out with some music, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but the fact that the crowds are responding to this record so highly, and honestly, I feel like the streaming numbers must be surging off the charts because that's definitely the effect I honestly expect with it having such a great reaction to it. But Keem is easily selling at least anywhere from 100 to 150K without even coming out with a single yet. Alrighty, guys, here we have Kendrick performing All Right. Definitely a generational classic by this point. Love the crowd, man. Argentina, you guys showed out, man. You all right? Woo! Amazing visuals. And again, I want you guys to remember how amazing these visuals are when we take a look at that Drake review from these same fans. Yeah, man, this is amazing to see, man. And I really love that the man and his team are adding more dates to the tour. And honestly, I'm definitely really intrigued by some of those dates. Alrighty, guys, here we have Whacked Out Murals. This is the opening of the show, actually. Yeah, I do love like the silhouette. That's pretty dope. This is epic. Again, like I said, we're all waiting for that IMAX tour documentary to hit the theaters. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Again, the crowd is so dead, guys. I can't believe it. And this is pretty hilarious. The Argentinian team actually used Not Like Us when they won. So this is definitely so poetic, guys. Here we have another clip. Kendrick Lamar in Argentina didn't disappoint, and neither did the public. And most definitely not, guys. The crowd has been spectacular throughout the tour. Yeah, I tell you, family ties, man. The mosh pit. Hey, fam, come on now. Kids are active, dude. The pyrotechnics. And this is why that Mexico show was canceled. I actually saw a clip of Green Day performing there, I want to say like a few days later. And guys, the equipment that was mounted up high looked like it was about to shake off and actually fall down. So it was a great call. Hey, lady. Homie with the camera is fighting to survive. Yeah, man, that was definitely very, very epic. This is dope little throwback. Kendrick Lamar in Argentina in 2019. This was dope. We have Kendrick back in 2023. So yeah, it's just full circle, guys. And this next clip is definitely awesome, guys. Something that he's been saying on this leg of the tour, actually quite frequently. But every show, actually.
We come all the way from Compton, California to come party with y'all.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate y'all for allowing us on your stage. With that being said, better than this time, trust me on these words, we'll be back.
Fire. And justifiably so. The fans showed out. He showed out. This was a great performance. And this crowd was just as active, if not more active, than any show we've seen to this point. And this next post is so dope, man. It's coming from a fan being like, they can't believe what they helped assist Kendrick Lamar in doing. Yeah, this is history, guys. This is freaking dope and great picture. Not much is said about the fact that Kendrick Lamar has a song where he mentions Argentina. And that is dope. I'm in Argentina wiping my tears full of confusion. And the fans are definitely going to remember something like this. And I'm pretty sure they'd sing this song word for word. It's DNA from another angle. Yeah, honestly, this guy's the most elite rap performer there is. Here we have another Argentinian fan. Kendrick Lamar has again demonstrated his superiority. Unforgettable show at the Monumental. Yeah, man. Family ties again. You can see that this record probably had the biggest reaction. Team, they waiting on that music. Yeah, man. Here we go. Not Like Us one more time.
What you say? What you say? Bitch, your ass not
That's such a skill, guys. And even their turn. Yeah, man. Guy's goated. He really has nothing left to prove, but he keeps racking up these accolades. And he's liable to just add about 10 more Grammys on the next go around. What they thought Kendrick's show in Argentina would look like versus what it actually looked like. And that's the thing. The people posting these type of clips of the stadium literally hours before the show. This is literally like 2 hours before the opener even got there. But to post that and then go on to say that this is what the show is going to look like is egregiously erroneous. Let's see, look at what they actually look like. Like, look at this, dude. It's beautiful to see, guys. It's one of my favorite records as well. The sea of people, guys. And this is dope. The phone light has literally taken over the Bic lighter. And this is something that he actually echoed in the last show, where he said this might be the loudest motherfucking show on this tour right now.
Speak very soon. This might be the loudest motherfucking show on this tour right now.
I'm telling you guys, there's something about these international dates, man. I feel like in the US and the States, I think people try to act too cool, like I said earlier, when they should just live in the moment.
A lot of K1 fans Lions in the house right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing is about South America, I've actually been there a few times producing music. Kendrick Lamar would definitely be the type of rapper that they would embrace because down there they are so lyrically driven. Even the rap scene that they have there, because remember guys, these places all have pretty big rap scenes of their own, and those artists are definitely lyric driven.
Try to get that love right back.
Oh, generational classic again, guys.
Let's take it all the way back. Good Kid, Mad City.
This is dope, man.
Follow me.
This is so awesome for the day ones. A lot of people act as if Kendrick Lamar needed this beef to get to this point in his career when the guy has been one of the premier artists literally for the last like 10 years. A lot of these cult members want to claim that, yeah, he's not going to sell, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that, when Kendrick Lamar has done it on multiple occasions over the last 10 years, guys. These countries and fan bases aren't new to him. They've already embraced him. And while the venues have only increased, let's not act like this dude wasn't doing massive numbers already in these places. And even though I'm a big supporter of the idea that, yeah, you can't tell an artist when or how or who to create with, the way Kendrick Lamar has been speaking on this tour is that, yeah, we're probably not going to see one of those like 4-year-long breaks again, at least right now anyway, which would be awesome.
I say pull up, headshot, sit down, stand up, pass out.
Yeah, I love the crowd, guys. Those visuals are elite, dude. Definitely iconic. Alrighty, guys, like I said in my intro, this is the post I was talking about, where we actually have some Argentinian fans speaking about Drake's last performance. The caption reads, "More people than Drake could ever have in Argentina, though. The Drizzies were even disappointed with his last festival appearance." All right, here's the first one. This is obviously off Reddit. Drake's show in Argentina was shit. First, the visuals were almost non-existent, and when you're alone on a stage that big, I think you should have something at least. On a few songs, he had some looping videos or images in the background, but it was mostly just himself or a red screen. And I most definitely agree, guys. When you're doing a show of that magnitude, you have to put something on those big screens to capture the attention still, because if not, people are going to get bored. And if they're just going to be listening to the music, they might as well listen to the better version on their Spotify. Did not feel genuine at all when he interacted with the crowd, and it was worse coming from seeing the Suki Waterhouse, Tovlo, and Rosalia sets, which were much better on that front. He did not play full songs. That happens. Sometimes people do medleys. It was just the most popular snippet and on to the next one. But I could definitely see it being disappointing if you're just getting 30 seconds of each song. This would not be as bad if he didn't leave 30 minutes before the set end time, and he started 10 minutes late too. Really unprofessional, guys. If you have such a short list of songs, why the fuck would you not play them fully to fill the set time? He closed with 30 seconds of Legend when he had all the time to play it in full. And that's definitely really sad because this person seems like a big fan of Drake. And when I got home, I saw all over Twitter that he had a contract stating that his show would be streamed, but last minute refused to perform if it was streamed. So people who wanted to watch the stream were disappointed and angry. Overall, terrible. At least Tovlo and Rosalia made up for it. And again, do not overpromise. Doing stuff like this honestly creates the chance that, yeah, maybe they're not going to want to go out and spend the amount of money on tickets if they're just going to witness something like this. And that was just one review, guys. Just got out of Argentina's Lollapalooza Drake show. It fucking sucked. This motherfucker decided that the show wouldn't be streamed, stopped playing 45 minutes before than it was scheduled, and sang half-assed 15-second bits of his songs. This shit sucked. I regret paying tickets for something this mediocre. I don't know if he doesn't care about his international fans or what, but I'm fucking disappointed. And honestly, even when he went to Australia, his tone was that of somebody that honestly really didn't want to go down there. At least that's what it sounded like to me. And when the Australian media talked about it, he basically didn't have an answer as to why he hadn't been there in 10 years. And yeah, we know why. He wanted to try and take some of the thunder away from Kendrick Lamar having his tour around the same time as his Super Bowl performance. All right, we have another comment. Also, Flow, the streaming service that has Lollapalooza's rights, stated that it was Drake's personal decision to not stream the concert. And yeah, probably because he didn't want his lackluster performance making the headlines. Now I'm realizing he did it to not have records of how fucking shitty this show was. To which someone replied, it said that he threatened to cancel the show if it was streamed, even though having the show streamed was literally part of the contract. Really disappointing. And this guy has a bad habit of complaining about contracts he had already signed. He's doing the same thing with UMG. At the end of the day, if you're getting a huge bag for something like this, or for your publishing, you got to expect there to be some things that you have to fulfill to complete your contractual obligation. This is pretty hilarious, guys. The next comment actually reads, did he do the same thing in Brazil a couple years ago? So this guy's obviously building a bad reputation. And when you're on top, people have to deal with it, and they will. But once you start slipping, do not expect them to give you the benefit of the doubt, and definitely expect them to take a pass next time it comes to booking you. Alrighty, guys, here we have another comment. The picture is a statement that Flow, the cable company that streams Lollapalooza every year, issued last night. Drake decided just a few minutes, and again, this is the company actually saying this is not just a fan. But Drake decided just a few minutes before going on stage to not allow the live streaming of his show despite his previous legal compromise. We regret the artist's decision. So according to most attendees, Drake arrived 15 to 20 minutes late and sang songs without finishing them or not even getting to the chorus. And honestly, the chorus is probably the favorite part and only part that the people actually know. Basically a few lines of every song. Then 30 minutes before the show was supposed to end, he checks his phone and leaves, leaving everyone confused, thinking maybe it was a joke and he'll come back, but no. And while it may be possible that there was some type of emergency, couldn't have waited another 15 minutes. But even if that was the case, he seems to have been acting really unprofessional throughout this whole performance. And stuff like that really breeds resentment, especially with promoters. Alrighty, guys, he ended his concert there. Fans also said he asked the crowd to do a mosh pit, but no one cared and he awkwardly said, all right, that's good. And you can't be surprised when the audience or anyone is just reciprocating the energy you're giving them. People are mad because there was a lot of people waiting for him since this was his first time in the country, but he clearly butchered it. I don't follow Drake regularly, besides the drama around him involving minors, allegedly. This is common in his concerts. What do you think? And honestly, him asking for mosh pits and crowd participation is honestly actually very common. All right, edit instead of legal compromise. The statement says formal compromise. I butchered that. Still, same thing. Anyways, artists very obviously signed contracts for this stuff, so legally or formally, Drake is still a douche. Somebody actually did clarify that. Compromiso, yeah, that also means obligation. And not compromise, it's also so damn close to compromise, it's a common misconception. And there's actually a term for that, for words that are spelled similarly, but they don't have the same meaning at all. So yeah, guys, this Drake performance is definitely in very stark contrast to what we're seeing Kendrick Lamar doing in these very same cities. The guy's doing some legendary stuff. These stadiums have been pure pandemonium. The fans are going crazy to every record and they're participating to the highest degree. They're actually rapping bar for bar, singing every line of the song, guys. So this whole narrative that he doesn't get listened to outside of the US could have been totally torpedoed just by doing a quick Google search. And you didn't even have to check any of this Grand National stuff. Any of these GNX shows you didn't even have to include. All you had to look at was literally the years upon years of shows he's done in these cities to some very grateful and very lit fan bases. But definitely let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think about this show down in Argentina? I myself think it was incredible. That stadium was at least holding around 70,000 people, if not more, which is something that no rapper has ever done in that venue. He's the first rapper to ever have performed in there. And like I said earlier, it's so poetic that the national team actually used "not like us" when it came to them winning. Because yeah, you're not like them. And Drake giving these reviews, you're not like Kendrick Lamar at all, even though we didn't need these reviews to determine that anyway. So definitely let me know what you guys thought of these clips and also these reviews. And if any of you guys were at the show, definitely let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the whole experience. You guys did amazing and it showed. So definitely let me know in the comments. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. And honestly, all the love and support that you guys continue showing this channel on a daily, it's honestly overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. So I really want you guys to know how grateful I am for all of it. I definitely want to send a very big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And also a very big super thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks, because again, it is so tremendous for the channel. And guys, I did post some more footage from the Mexico City show on the X account, so definitely give that a follow when you guys get a chance. And also join the Discord. Those two places are probably going to be the easiest way to send video recommendation ideas and also keep the conversation going. I also want to send a big shout out to all those that have been following and joining already. So I'm definitely looking forward to your takes on the performance and these reviews. Hope you guys love this video and I hope to see you guys soon. And these reviews honestly say it all, fam.